Just check time. Yep, I'm on time, which is a really good thing. Okay, let's see who we've got. Oh, we'll wait. Maybe nobody's going to join me. Oh, here we go. Who have we got? Julie! Just me and you, Julie. No, there's Jackie. Fabulous. Ah, that's good. Hi, Philippa. There's Sarah. Brilliant. We'll get a few of you on, and I'm going to just hold this up so that you can see what we're going to make. We're going to do this one using the star dies. Of course, we're going to do the inside. But do you know what I did? I actually finished off the card. Remember the live that I did on Thursday evening? I did finish off the inside just to show you. And I did that this morning because and it was something really important that I wanted to do. So, yeah, really like that. We'll have a closer look at it later. Morning, Joe. Okay, so I've got a few bits ready. Piece of paper. And I've chosen a colour palette because I'm going to do this one a little bit different. So, hopefully. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the camera. I know that there's people are still joining us, but at least we can look at the card while we're waiting. So let's see if I can do this. I want to get that's better. Okay. So it's going to be higher. I've just got that on there for the minute, but I'll get that in a good position. So, get that tightened up. It's weird because this is coming from an angle, so everything's a little bit different to when it's at home. So, welcome to Julie Hickey Designs and another live from myself. Now, what day are we on? I'm trying to think. I think it's Monday, the next live. I hope I've got that right, but I'm sure Julie will correct me. I'm just going to shut the front door. Ah, there we go. There's a noisy motorbike outside. Although I suppose it's better than the tape runner. Right, let's have a look. Oh, brilliant, Leslie. I'm glad yours arrived. I'm trying to see if I can... I've gone quiet because I'm reading. No, it's Sunday. Right, sorry. Thank you, Julie. So, 6 p.m. tomorrow, if you tune in, Joe Street is making. So that'll be a good one. Okay. That'll teach me for not checking. So this is the card we're going to make. And I'm going to start off with an A4 sheet of card. And for any of you that haven't... seen the collection yet, maybe there's a few of you that have been on holiday. We're looking at my essentially Christmas collection. So there's 3 stamp sets. We've got the beautiful snow globe, where you've got the word Christmas in squares and circles, and these can be cut out using the dies that come in my previous collection. So the butterfly and the dragonfly die, they will cut those out. And then we've got this one with the really contemporary trees. You've got some lovely messages there, and then the lovely bough branches and that. Little birdie. And then this one, a different array of trees with a lovely larger stag and a fabulous verse for the inside. So all 3 sets will tie in beautifully with last year's designs as well. So that's a really good one if you've got last year's. If you haven't, I know I have got available this stamp set and this stamp set. So yeah, right. I'm going to move that one to the side and we're going to start off. So I'm going to make myself a card blank. I'm that organised, I haven't got my scoring tool. Yep. I used it earlier. So I'm just simply going to score this at 15. It's an A4 sheet of card. and it will just give me a little leading edge there. Okay. And then I have cut myself a matten layer. So this one is 14 by 20. And then this one is 13.5 by 19.5 centimetres. So that's the basis. And then I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. And I've just got some white all-purpose card on there. And I'm going to take some of my star dies. So we'll take the large. We'll take this one. So this is the one with the skinny rim on. And then I will take this one. And then just because I'm going to just poke a few little ones in and around. Now, I actually remember doing this last year and then looking at my waist of the card and thinking, absolutely, I'm going to make a card out of that. So I've kind of positioned those in a way that I might well do that. Just double check that it did. Yeah, so we'll take those bits out and then I can get rid of this and we'll just be creating. So then that one and that one and that one. Right, so I've got all of my stars ready to, oh, look at that, just look. Fabulous. I'm going to keep that by me because it might inspire me as I go along. Okay, so now I can bring this over a bit. And hopefully, when I sit down, you get a good view. Let's move that. Okay, kind of organised. That's good. So let's start off with the background. And for my colours, I just picked 3 out of what was on my desk. I have chosen shaded lilac. And I like to take the lids off when I choose a colour palette. Cracked pistachio and evergreen bough. I might not use all 3, but I've got some there that all go together. I might struggle finding brushes because it's always like this when most of my craft stuff is at home. I'm very limited here, which you'd think it would be the other way round. So I'll get away with that brush. And I'm sure I'll get away with that brush. That's fine. So I'm just going to scoot those up over the top of my mat. And we're going to have a look with the stencil. Now, again, me being me, this hasn't been cleaned, so I am going to give it a birthday because I do want the colours to be nice and crispy. Now, this is a good tip because to clean your stencils, you can either just take them to the sink and run them under the tap, but if you put them on kitchen towel and spritz them and then give it a press, it will take out the colour and it won't damage any of those delicate bits there. So now, look, oh, that's pretty. I could have done it on card actually, couldn't I? There we go. So that should be, yeah. Well, it's cleaner than it was, so I'm happy. Right then, let's lay some ink down. I'm just gonna, it's gonna be kind of crispy in the background, which is very unusual for me, but we're gonna go with it. So let's just check you've got a good view. How we're doing? That's good. Right, so this is shaded lilac, just going through the stencil. And then I like to have a soft finish on this. So rather than moving your stencil like this to do a corner, if you do that, you're going to get a square edge. Always use this corner because then you can end it when you want to. So there. There we go. So we've got a nice corner thing going on. Now I would also like my star stencil. And I bet you any money it's not in here. Birthday, star. That's not very organised, Hazel. Whew, phew, found it. So this one was #2 backgrounds, I think this one is called. And what I wanted was these little stars here. So now I'm going to make sure that that's clean. Bye, Lynn. Bye-bye. So now I'm just going to add in a few stars. And this time, I'm going to go for a little bit of cracked pistachio. So just add in, this is going to have a completely different look. Just randomly, a few stars. There we go. So already just sort of like setting that scene. Now we're going to move on to some stamps. So I'm going to pick up some of the snowflakes. So in this set we've got 4 different sizes. I shall be going between those. Maybe I'll start off with this one. And I'm going to go for the evergreen bough this time. Just see how it sits in. There we go. And then I'm going to do a few of the smaller one. And I'm going to pop a few lilac in. You won't see them, they're not going to jump out and hit you, but they're there in that little background. That's nice. Okay, so on our little star, I'm going to ink this one, and I think I'm going to ink that one lilac. So to make sure that I get that, don't distort it when I ink it, I'm going to put this in back to front, and then when I go round and ink, it's going to keep it in place. It's just easier to hold it. And hopefully I don't dirty the front too much because I need to ink and do something on the front. So if we take that away, now I've got the front that I can use, and I've got that lovely frame that's going to go on there. Do you know what? I'm loving these colours already. I'm going to take you a bit lower. I feel like you can't. That's it. Okay, so let's have a little look at the wood grain. Now, this is from last year's set, and you've got these fabulous wood grain that fit on the star dies. So these can be used all year round, as can this beautiful dangly star one. And then you've got different size stags in there to this year, so they'll all mix and match together. A really good point about this set is that you've got from our, from my, to yours, house and home. So you can have from my house to yours, from my home to yours, from our home, whatever you fancy. So we'll take our wood grain. And we want that one, and we want that one. I'm just going to grab a bigger block. And I'm going to be very good and give that a clean, because it's probably got a little bit of something on it. There we go. Right. So for the wood grain, I want to choose my lightest colour, and that is because I want to be stamping trees on there, and I want to see them. So out of all of them colours, I think cracked pistachio will probably be the lightest. So let's move that out of the way. And just ink that one up. I'm going to stand up so I can get a good view. Okay. And then we'll go for the other one. There we go. Just going to gently ink the edge. Just be careful if you're doing this. My ink will probably still be a little bit wet, so I'm just being gentle. And I can't see if there's any questions coming up. But I'm sure Julie and Philip are on it. Okay, so we've got a couple of stars there. So let's have a little look at our trees. So I'm going to do a different tree this time. So on my main card, I've chosen the lovely feathery trees. So I'm going to go more contemporary on this one and choose the contemporary triangle-y ones, I think. So yeah, and I am actually going to stamp, yeah, okay, I'm going to stamp it in black. I'm laughing because I used to watch a programme and they used to say, hesitation, hesitation. That's exactly what I just did. Hesitation. Look at those. Love that. And then I'm going to go a little bit higher on this side. Like so. And then pick up one of the smaller ones. And then water brush. I know I've got one around. Let's see what happens with... Oh, I did keep my pencils out. Just going to add in, this is the evergreen bough. Okay, and then I just need to ground. This is good. Oh, I can use a pencil because I haven't got a, what do you call those, fine liners. I'm going to use just pop a little line in across there. And then I'm going to look at what size dias I have before I commit. See, maybe I want the big one on there. Oh, I might, you see, I didn't think that through, did I? Okay, we're going for the smaller one. Actually, part of me saying it's going to stamp over it, Hazel, it doesn't matter. Going for the big one. What's the worst that can happen? I have to do it again on the back. So lots of ink if you're not doing it in a stamping platform. And also I'm going to be stamping over the top of oxide, so I might get a few bits that resist. Look at that. Yeah, that's good. So now, ooh, that sounds like a cup of tea coming for me. Little bit of a hill there. And there we go. So we've got a nice little scene going on in that one. So if we bring this one in, I think we're going to do the same, but I just want to see how tall these trees would be. That one, and then look at my deer. Yeah, that would work. So put that little deer to one side. I just wonder if I can, yeah, just finish those off on that corner. And then put that little deer on, which was inked up, so I've now got ink everywhere. Okay, and again, we'll ground him. So it's a watercolour pencil, which allows me to just pull that ink down. And then we'll have colour those in. So now, before I go any further, I'm going to have a little look at where I'm heading on my card, just to make sure that everything's going to blend together. So, we've got that. We've got this. We've got this. So this one, we're going to do the same thing where we put the lilac in, I think. So turn it over. And then that's going to tie those colours in, so that's good. I'm also going to add I hope they stand out enough for me, but I want a few little lilac snowflakes on there. Can you still see that one? Okay, just to tie that lilac in. And then for the small one, I've still got a little wood grain to stamp. Make sure it's clean. So this one was cracked pistachio. There we go. And I did just give that a little blend around the outside. So this one will sit inside here now and stand out. So let's have a little look back. We've got the little, I've put Joy in here. So this Joy comes on that same large A5 stamp set. Let's just pop that one on there. And that's going to be stamped up in black. Perfect fit. Anybody would think I planned that. Okay, so that element's going to work. That's that. So now I just need a little bit extra in my background. I'm just going to show you roughly where we're going. I've got something that I want to stamp in there, and I want to tie a little bit of black into the background now. I really wish that I could find my black liner pen. Do you know where one is, Paul?
I don't know if I can tell me one.
He doesn't know where one is, but he said he can sell me one. He always says things like that. Right. I'm looking for... So, on here, I'm going to put from our house to yours. Or my house to yours.
Can you touch your phone? It's not focusing very well.
Is that okay? Is that better? Hope so. Okay. I can't stamp that just yet until I've definitely positioned that in the right place. In fact, I'm going to do something a little bit... maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to. I want to stamp some of the grain in there. So I'm going to see if I can do it. So, ink that up with my cracked pistachio. Position, I think about there. Commit. And then a little bit. Oh, you can tell you've shut that door. Might be about time for me to take my coat off now. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue around the outside. And then just lining that up. That's better. I just feel like that works a little bit better for some reason. Yeah, that's good. Now I've got that in place, I can take my jacket off because I'm getting really warm. I can stamp my little message inside. So the best thing to do, or what I like to do, is stamp the middle one first. So I'm just going to hover that over, put that in the middle, hope it's straight. House. We've got a house. And then from our, that can sit in above. And to yours. Can sit in below. There you go. It's just easier to do it separate rather than trying to load it all on your block together. You can get a better spacing, I think. So I've got that now. I do want to edge around there. Let me see if I can find one. Right. I've got a few. I'm not going to promise that they can work, but I can have a go. Yeah, that feels all right. So I need a bit of an edge around these stars. So I'm just going to go in and put a wiggly. So just go up and back. And when you do that, it will hopefully be in a little bit of a different position. I'm going between my trees. I knew it was a dodgy pen because I can feel it. It'll be enough for what we need. Okay, so if I pick that up, that's just going to help it. Do I do the same on this one? Not being too careful. There we go. Right then, let's start and layer this together. So first of all, I am going to layer this straight on to here. I bet I'm too close now, aren't I? There we go. And then foam pads. Okay. I'm going to put that to the side. Just going to position that one there. Don't want to lose too much of the lilac. And then this one. Just to there. Let's go in there now. And this one. Because it's in two parts, I could raise the middle, but I'm not going to. Make sure that that's poked underneath. Fabulous. Now, I want to stamp I feel like I want some dangly balls. Just up there to make it a little bit different with some evergreen bough. And then the trees. I think I will just go down some of the sizes. I'll just go to that tiny baby one, actually. I like this one, it's so cute. Just tuck that one in there. Is that in view? Yeah. It's all right, it's very hard to see on this tiny little phone screen. There we go. Now, yeah, happy with that. We could put some of them fabulous little starry splats in the background. I'm going to do some lilac ones first, just to see what that looks like. Just a few. And I think that's enough. Hazel, oh, one more. I know you shouldn't, but I'm going to. I like that. Okay, so if I bring that up a little bit, so you can see. Obviously, you can go in there with your glitter glue. I'm just trying to read that last comment. Ah, that's nice. Right, onto the card blank. So inside, I just want to bring a little bit of that in there. So I'm just going to move that to one side. Make sure that the back isn't going to get dirty. Bring in my Christmas stencil. What colour did I do that? Lilac. We'll have a little bit of lilac. Now I've naturally gone up to the top, so I'm going to mimic this slightly, what's on the front inside. So I've got a little bit top and bottom. We'll have a few of the stars in the green. And this is just softly, softly. I didn't want to overpower it, just... That's enough. So there our stencils done. Now we're going to take that fabulous verse. Get my block. Let's hope I can get this in the middle. I think, oh, do you know what? I just suddenly panicked that I'd done it upside down. I didn't. Then we'll take some of those lovely little stars and dot a few of those in just to trickle it through. Maybe one more there and there. Step away. And then I think it would be really cute if we had, no, it's going to be a stag. I was going to put a birdie, but I thought, no, I haven't got any branches on this card. So, can he sit on there? Maybe there. There we go. I've done that right over that star. Didn't see it. You know what that means, don't you? We have to put another one in. That's it. Okay. Let's just stick that on the front. Can't quite believe I've got no splotches on it. Probably shouldn't have spoke too soon. So this is the same, but different. Just changing your stamps around. I'm going to put them side by side, just so that you can see. Oh, I've lost that. Okay. So this one is peacock feathers and just one colour. Whereas this one, I absolutely love them colours. So you've got shaded lilac, cracked pistachio and evergreen bough. And you've got them little scenes in the stars. And then inside, you've got that really clean and crisp. Love that. And then I'll give you a closer look on the inside of that other card that I did for the first live. And it just goes. But how completely different do they look? It's really amazing. Right, I'm going to flip you around, I think. I don't know what I've pressed there. Can I get you back? Oh, I might get Paul. Hello, Paulie. There we go. I thought you were stuck on Paul then.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're going to have an absolutely fabulous weekend. I know I am, because I'm going to spend the day at home, which is going to be fun. So if you haven't already indulged, all available sockets are pinned at the top of Julie's page. Obviously, I've got it. And yeah, have a fabulous weekend. And don't forget to join Jo tomorrow at 6 o'clock for her live. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.